look so cute tonight. You guys didn't tell me this morning. Thank you for that smattering of applause. I don't want your pity applause. Forget it. Oh, gosh, it's time for Rapid Fire Success, a series of brief training sessions focused on innovation and growth. Acting school. Yay, growth! My second favorite word beginning with the letter G. The first one is girth. If I could describe our next speaker in one word, it would be electrifying. The moment I heard her speak last year, she made me want to be the best possible real estate agent I could be, and I'm not even in real estate. But she made me feel like I could do anything I wanted to. She's a real estate superstar who's been a certified coach, trainer, and speaker. She partners every day with mega agents, teams, and brokerages to create goals and manage habits and behavior necessary to reach large levels of production. Her partnerships have included, but are not limited to, Coldwell Banker, Prudential, QSC, Real Estate One, and many, many more. Get ready to be excited about life again, because here comes my dear friend, Sherry Swift. Get up here, Sherry. Oh, in your cape. She's a superhero.
I love you. I had a great idea. It was 6 o'clock in the morning, and my alarm clock was screaming at me with jubilation. Today is the day. Today is the day. Today is the day that I swing my legs out of bed without pressing snooze and begin to take care of this body that drags me around every day. But snooze, snooze, and snooze, because I was up way too late last night writing an offer for a client that couldn't get presented until the morning, and by the morning, they had decided to not even write the offer. It's 9 o'clock. There's a meeting that I really wanted to attend at 9 o'clock. Maybe I can still get there before the meeting is over. A quick glance at my email before I leave bed. Yeah, quick glance at my email before I leave the bed uncovers multiple rabbit holes. Shoot, it's 10 o'clock. It's 10 o'clock. Something about this day already sucks. Yeah, you know. Carefully placed chip on shoulder. You know, I have a relationship. I want a relationship. I need a relationship. But my person, my partner, my husband, my wife, they are infuriated with me because I was on my phone way too late last night, Facebooking, Instagramming, Snapchatting, following the rants of a president that makes my blood boil. Today is the day. Today is the day that I take control of my business. I am going to call my people, because I accept and I understand that if I don't remind them, they won't remember. But now, my light, it's properly dimmed. And anybody who talks to me is getting, please end this for me. Instead of, I am having such a great time, please join me. NAGLREP, please join me for the next couple of minutes. Let's talk about living life out loud. So let's talk 5 steps towards your best life. Because this thing that we do, this real estate thing, this is not who we are, this is what we do, but it is an extremely big part of what we do and who we are. If we can't find a way to be and to be happy, we're missing it. Do you agree? Yeah. Yeah, because listen, guys, we are here to live a life out loud. We started this business. We started this because it provided an opportunity with an uncapped lifestyle. Yeah, there's that word, but I didn't use it that way. So what we really want to talk about here is building a life that's worth living. That little dialogue that I just gave you is not a life worth living. That's a life of lack. That's a life of loss. That's a life where you wake up every day working and committed to being the best person that you possibly could be, and by midday you feel like you're losing. How many of you guys by midday sometimes feel like you're losing? We get to do better than that. We get to be better than that. So let's talk for a couple seconds about your professional life. There's a couple of points that I want to hit real quick here. This is rapid fire, which means I have 15 minutes. Yeah, right. So let's talk about your professional life for just a quick second here. First of all, there should be a start time. There should be an end time. There should be I know. There should be a start time. There should be an end time. There should be a start time. There should be an end time. I am talking about the fact that you have the right to turn your phone off at a certain hour in order to be engaged with the people that you love. They trust you and they support you. And for you to not turn your phone off at a certain hour in order to engage with them and to engage in them disrespects them. And then we wonder why they're walking around so angry all the time. There is a start time and there is an end time to the professional life. Hey, listen, point number 2. I want to make sure that you accept and you understand that we draw near and dear to us the people that we believe that we want to be with. When you draw crazy in, it is because you are putting crazy vibrations out. I'm just saying. So if you say, every person that I talk to is crazy, these crazy buyers, these crazy sellers, these crazy clients, yeah, you're drawing in the crazy. Change your vibration. Draw in the people that you want to be with. Every day on this job is amazing and it's fun and it's worthy, but you have to draw in the people that make sense. Number 1, we start time and we end time at the same time as much as possible every day. And then number 2, we draw in the people that we want to be with. And then finally, before we leave the professional life conversation, you need to be authentic. Be authentic to who you are in your business, which means that sometimes you're going to have to be comfortable saying no. Every time you say no, it means yes to something else. Every time you close a door, another door opens up to something that's bigger and better. But if you're saying no to the wrong things and yes to the wrong things, it would explain why your life is so confusing. You get to say no. Get comfortable saying no. Right now, say no. There you go. Don't take that home with you. I didn't start that. Your personal health is extremely important to you as it relates to having a life that is worth living. I am talking about performance everywhere. You know, when you feel good, you look good. When you look good, you attract people that also feel good and look good. It is exhausting. It is exhausting running around with people all day, every day, and not having your you-know-what together. Did you say bad words already, Alec? I did. Okay. Not having your shit together. He started it. So we want to take a couple of minutes to make sure that we are eating correctly, to make sure that we are taking time and blocking time to care for ourselves so that we can be the absolute best version of ourselves. Some of us are totally exhausted because we start our day totally exhausted. We end our day totally exhausted. You owe that to yourself. Okay, let's talk about relationships for a second. It is hard being in a relationship with a realtor. It is so hard being in a relationship with a realtor. Because, realtors take phone calls all the time, and you cannot be in a relationship with a realtor and have a confidence complex, because they are always cheating on you. Every time their phone bleaks and bleeps and something is going on, it is difficult to be in a relationship with a realtor. But I want you to know, my realtor friends, you deserve a relationship. Life is about love, and all of this means nothing if you don't have someone in your corner. So, this is what we want. But this is what we have. And because this is what we have, in the good words of Queen Bee, you gotta cut that shit off sometimes. Every now and then, get comfortable turning that phone off. What's the worst thing that could happen if you turn your phone off? What's the worst thing that could happen? I got news for you. Oh my gosh, Sherry, I turned my phone off and I missed a call. It's that crazy person that I can't stand talking to. Okay, yeah, that's good news. You missed the call. How many of you guys know that if you don't accept a call, that there's a very good likelihood that by the time you call that person back, the problem has already solved itself? We run to crazy. Stop running to crazy. Stop running to crazy. What we really want is we want to exercise the priority of having this. My wife and I, once a quarter, we have a really good, strong rule of thumb. Once a quarter, we decompress. Once a quarter, we unplug. Once a quarter, we refuel. That is so important and so necessary, because we need to do that before we have to do this. Before we find ourselves putting our life on a respirator and we are exhausted and we're ready to quit. Before we feel as though we can't go one more moment, it is time to refuel. Give that to yourself. Give that to yourself so that you can show up as the best version of yourself every single solitary day. I want to congratulate you and thank Jeff again for inviting me again this year. It's so wonderful to see you all and to be with you again. I want to congratulate you for being in this room, for building big badass businesses, for making a decision to be entrepreneurial in your thinking and in your doing, for being independent and being strong. Most importantly, you have to remember that gratitude for what is absolutely what clears a path for what should be. If you can't take a couple of seconds just to be still and be grateful for what you have today, then you're never going to get the next thing. We work in an industry where we are always focused on the pipeline. And as a coach, I am consistently talking with my clients about the importance of the pipeline. But I also have to tell you, it is so very important that you pause and show gratitude for everything that is, or you will miss the whole thing. If you leave here tomorrow, if your time is up, have you had a good time? Have you lived a life that is absolutely worth living? Real estate is a job. Who you are is a beautiful human being that when you are completely and totally fully balanced, your vibration goes out to others and it creates opportunity in other people to be happier and to be more successful. If all you're thinking about from the time you get up in the morning to the time that you go to bed at night is your real estate business, then that is why your real estate business is not as successful as it should be. Give yourself what you need so that you can be everything that you need to be. So celebrate these next few days with your friends and with your peers. Have as many open conversations as you can. Network as much as possible. But how about we pause for just a second and look someone in the eye and ask them, how are you doing? How is your family? What do you need? Is there anything I can do for you today? Because the better as a human that you are, the more your business will succeed and it will grow. We are human beings. We are human beings that happen to be badass realtors. So let's go about the next few days being amazing human beings. I miss you when I'm not with you, NAGLREP. So I want you to connect with me on Instagram. I've got a really fun podcast. Find me at Swift Talk, at Swift Talk with Sherry Swift. Connect with me on Instagram at Swift Transactions. You can listen to my podcast on Stitcher. I've got a book that tells you a story about how I am, who I am, and why I am who I am. And if you ever start feeling bad about your story, read my story. It's going to make you feel awesome. I appreciate you so much, and I can't wait to be with you. Live your life out loud.
Sherry Swift, that's right, give it up. What did I tell you? What did I tell you? She changed my life.